So, Trillian, you mentioned that you're on your own, you're in this triplex. You also mentioned that you have some breathing issues, but you've been taking some precautions. Thanks a lot for sharing about just how things have been going for you this last while. I'm wondering now if maybe we can talk about some of the things that maybe you're interested in moving towards. I know we met before and we worked out your finances and budgeting and that kind of thing. We talked about my role kind of having different, sort of wearing different hats. And one of the hats I was thinking about is kind of looking at what are you interested in moving towards, and if maybe we could explore that today. Is there something specific that you're interested in moving towards, or if you think of making a change, are there some changes that you're interested in?
Well, I had wanted to go back to work, right? But finding a job right now is kind of tricky. I know it's not impossible, but I just really have been like trying to weigh that out into my mind, like, because like with all my breathing issues, like I really feel like I got to be so careful, because I think if I got this corona thing, like I'm done. Like I'm just like, I think it'd be really hard for me to fight that off. But like, that's like I'm really hoping like once it's safer out there that I could get a job. Well, I kind of want to get a job. I mean, I do want to get a job. I don't know. It's just all mixed up because I just haven't worked for so long and have never really had a successful work history. So I don't even really know about that. But I don't know. At the same time, like, I don't really feel like I have a lot to offer, because like I don't have like a really good work history, and I've had like some anxiety issues, and I don't have a really good education either. So I don't even know like where I would start.
Mm-hmm. You're not sure what would fit and what would work. And given these times, you mentioned your health issues, and at this point, it's stirring in your mind. I'd like to get a job. I'd like to get out there and do something. I've got to be mindful of those health issues kind of thing is going on for you. So I wonder if getting a job is something you want to move towards in the future. And I'm just curious, is there some things that you would want to look at today that would help you in being successful in finding employment and keeping employment? Is there some things right now that you could look at that wouldn't impact your health? Is there any changes, maybe sort of smaller changes, stepping stones towards moving and being successful with employment?
Well, I mean, I was never a very good student, and I've often thought about going back to school, but I know that like I can't go out to school. But like, I don't know if there was, I don't know, like maybe like if there was a way like I could like do some, like, I don't even know what you call it, like upgrading or something. Like I don't even have like my grade 12, I'm kind of embarrassed about that, but like, I just wasn't a good student, and I just kind of gave up. But I don't know, like, I'm trying to read more right now, but like, I just sort of feel if I had like my high school, that maybe more opportunities would open up. Maybe not like grandiose, like big. Grandiose is the word like I learned recently, but like big, right? But maybe it would just like employers would be more open to looking at me. Does that make sense?
So something you're thinking about, long-term employment, but something you're thinking about, not sure yet, but sort of thinking about, is the idea of maybe taking a course or some type of schooling. You mentioned that in the past that didn't work out the way you had hoped, but it almost sounds like you're hopeful that something might be different this time.
Yes, that would be like really, really good. Like, I don't know, like I'm a little bit older now, and so I don't know, sometimes things are harder when you get older, sometimes they're easier when you get older. I don't know, like just because I process information a little bit differently, I think sometimes I'm a little bit slower, but I don't know, like it's just something I've been thinking about.
Okay, so it's on your mind, and I'm wondering if that's something we could explore today. Would that be something you'd be open to? Is maybe for the next 10, 12 minutes, just kind of exploring whether that fits for you or not. What do you think about that?
Yeah, like we could look at it. That would be okay.
Okay.